I would like to introduce our first speaker, Kevin Rychel from Bioengineering, with the talk, Adaptive Laboratory Evolution, Deciphering Life's Innovation.
Evolution made us who we are, and it continues to happen all around us. Just think how mind-boggling it is that a fish was able to climb out of the water for the first time, or that a primate became smart enough to use tools. These are just two examples of how evolution has gotten us to where we are and allowed us to live, talk, and think the way that we do. But it's not always good for us. Evolution among disease-causing life forms presents a constant challenge. The coronavirus is developing new variants which are faster spreading and deadlier, creating an immediate need for us to understand how evolution works. To do so, let's turn to that fish I mentioned earlier. It probably had a fin like the one you see on the left, and it probably lived in an environment in which there wasn't a lot of food in the water, but there was plenty of food on land. The children of this fish will have mutations in their DNA, which might change their fin structure slightly. Some of the fins will be stronger than others, and those are the ones that are able to climb onto the shore better and acquire more food. They will ultimately reproduce more, and then mutations will accumulate such that the fin has transformed into a leg. This is very well suited for an environment in which the food is on land. Now, this process takes millions of years, and I'd like to graduate a little sooner than that. So instead of fish, I study microbes. We take these cells and we place them in a stressful environment. And then we give them plenty of time and room to grow. After a few weeks, new variants will pop up, which will have slightly different strategies for dealing with that stress. Then the best strategy will end up taking over the test tube, and then I will get the chance to study it. Now, the specific stress that I study is called oxidative stress. This is the chemical attack used by our immune system to fight invaders. It is also elevated in many diseases and is a fundamental problem for all of biology. When we evolved E. coli to handle this stress, it was able to do so 4 times better. It also altered its metabolism in a way sort of similar to cancer cells. Finally, this strain increased its motility in a sort of flight response. Studying strains like this has 3 main impacts. 1, we learn how evolution works in general, from the fish to the coronavirus. 2, we can harness these specific adaptations to oxidative stress in order to improve cell factories which produce products for us like drugs. And finally, we learn how diseases fight back against us, which will inform antibiotic development and potentially stop the next pandemic. By deciphering life's innovations, we might save our own lives. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks for a fantastic presentation. I learned so much. Want to just ask you some fun questions and get to know you a little bit more on a personal level. So I'm wondering if you could tell us about somebody who you believe has had an impact on your life.
Oh man, so many people. Let me think. First person that comes to mind is my mom. She sort of inspired my entire career path to bioengineering and everything. And my grandma, who's also watching at home, as well as my dad, my entire family, really. And then my partner, Sean, who's here with me right now, and every research mentor I've had. So really, yeah, just want to put them all out there.
Well, I totally understand. Your network of personal people is very important to your success. So hi to all of them. Really appreciate everything you've done to help our wonderful scholars succeed. Hey, why don't you tell us a little bit about something that maybe most people don't know about you?
Well, during the pandemic, I started drawing on my iPad. So actually all the images that you see in the presentation, I drew myself. And so that's been a great hobby of mine that I haven't really been able to share because I've been inside.
They were definitely great images. I like the fins turning into legs. It was very, very cool.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Maybe one more question. So tell us, what's your favorite way to recharge your batteries?
Well, I'm a huge fan of yoga. It's another COVID hobby I picked up. And so, this morning I went for a run and did some yoga, and that really recharged me, got me ready for this. So.
Great. Well, it's great having you, and congratulations for all of your success so far in Grad Slam. And thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.